Hello and welcome to the Handshake here on New Vision TV with me, Lynn Kovlisha. And this is where we look at what's happening in the business area, what's happening in the economy. And with me is Paul Busharizi, the gentleman who helps me understand these things. And while I understand, you also understand. Now, thank you for joining us. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I don't know. I don't own a car. Yet, yes. The KCCA executive director the other day, put forward what had been discussed, and they said they are hiking the parking fees from 400 shillings to 1,000 shillings. I thought that was okay until I looked at the details. It turns out if you park your car for more than an hour, you start paying, I think, 800 and above.
Per 30 minutes, for every additional 30 minutes.
Yes, for every 30 minutes. I am looking at people who have jobs in the city. They park like for the whole day, say 12 hours, 8 hours. Hey, what is happening?
Well, first of all, if you have a job in the city and you park your car for 12 hours, then probably you don't need a car, do you? Maybe it should be dropped and you're occupying space for people who probably are in and out and in and out. That's one thing. But I think one thing that can be said about it is that this increment was, I don't want to say long overdue, but what you would do if you're a business person, you increase your rates every so often, small, little. Now when you come one big bang, you double and 150%, essentially you've more than doubled your rate. It's really unfair. I mean, it's really fair. So I think that's one comment you can say about that. Although I would argue that, I believe that we need to create a situation where we reduce the cars in town. And one way to do that is increase the parking fees.
Well,
in other countries, what do they do? You pay to get into the city. So you'd have a chip on your car. It crosses some line where there are meters, and you pay immediately. We don't have that technology here.
Yes.
Not to mention you can get into Kampala through all sorts of panyas, so you can't. But yeah, I think the congestion in the town is just unsustainable. You just can't have a town like this.
True, but I'm looking at an ordinary Ugandan who's going to pay about 280,000 a month. That's
if he pays every day and he's been. First of all, as we said, he should not be parked in town. He should find a way of getting to town without. Because think about it, you're occupying space. You're not going to use your car for 12 hours, so you really don't need it. It shouldn't be occupying our space. But secondly, well, I know I don't want to be making advertisements, but there's a monthly rate which is much less than half of what you.
But they don't mention it because
they did 105,000. They also raised it because it used to be 40,000. Now it's 105,000.
Wow, that's a lot
but
of
instead
money.
of paying 280, if you must have your car sitting
that is
in a parking spot.
3.3 million shillings a year.
Yeah.
Paul.
It goes back to what we said in many programs before. We're spending money that we don't have to buy things we don't need, to impress people who don't care. So when I sit in my desk and my car is parked for 12 hours, you think people are passing by my car and saying, yeah, Bush has a car. No one even knows that is Paul Busharizi's car. So who are you trying to impress?
Myself, I guess. Look out the window and be like,
if you need to impress yourself, then you're in trouble. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
So what does this mean for the economy? Is it going to help in any way?
No, I think, of course, there's going to be pain on an individual level if you must have your car in town and park it the way we've been parking our cars. But for the general economy, it's a good thing. We need to decongest this town.
True.
I mean, it's a simple, I don't know, I call it a simple relationship. An economy that's on the move, an economy that is growing, is vibrant, is on the move, it's moving. When you're clogged, that economy, even if it means a traffic jam, that economy is stuck. You want this thing to be moving. So you want to clear our streets, you want, Of course, the other thing is that, KCCA is also kind of abrogating its responsibility, because what it should be doing also is organizing public transport.
Yes.
So as I said,
I
don't feel a need, if I'm going to park my car for 12 hours, I think about it, I said, no, why don't I just get a taxi or a cab, whatever, come to office, do my work, and go back. But because also our public transport is a bit maybe not too thorough. So KCCA also, while raising fees, should also be working on the public transport.
Well, what do you think is the long-term achievement with this?
No, as I said, the long-term achievement is that it should make movement around the town easier. If you insist on parking your car, it will give KCCA more revenues, which should hopefully improve things like street lighting, should improve security, should improve garbage collection in the city. So on the one hand, the economy will move faster, hopefully, with less congestion.
Yes.
On the other hand, if you insist on parking your car, KCCA will get more revenue. So it's all good.
It's all good.
Apart from the pain you feel when you're shelling out the money to park your car for 12 hours a day.
Yeah, sure. The other day, KCCA councillors, some of them, a section of them, were actually against this whole idea.
Of course, they're politicians. They're going to always listen to the people, and then they'll reflect the people's things.
Are you sure they're listening to the people, or they're just...
Of course, even them, they are feeling the pain.
Yeah.
But it's about, for politicians, it's about what are the people saying, then let me go and say what they are saying.
Let me side with them.
Yeah.
Just for
Thankfully, I'm not a politician. I can say what I want.
I don't know about that. How long do you have until...
Forever. I'll never be a politician.
Okay. Right. It's okay. Pause. Very okay.
It's allowed.
Right, so that's what we had for you. KCCA hikes parking fees in the city center, and I think that's a good idea. According to Paul, there's a win-win for both sides, for us and of course for KCCA, but that still benefits us. So well, you need to think about parking your car for 12 hours in the city, doing nothing while you're working. Paul, thank you.
You're welcome.